What if I told you the traditional startup playbook is obsolete? The idea that you need a co founder, a sales team, a marketing department, and tens of thousands in capital just to get started is a myth. Today, the most profitable, fastest growing businesses are not being built by teams in Silicon Valley. They are being built by solo entrepreneurs using a small, curated stack of AI tools that cost less than a daily coffee. This is not another video showing you 100 different AI gadgets that perform neat tricks. This is a business architecture. I have spent the last 6 months analyzing a dozen 7 figure, 1 person businesses, and they all have one thing in common. They do not use more tools, they use the right tools integrated into a single automated system. Today, I am giving you that system, not a list, but a blueprint. The only 5 tools you need to build a business engine that can generate clients, deliver services, and scale your income to levels that once required a staff of 20. This is the new hustle, and for the next few minutes, I am showing you exactly how it is built before this becomes common knowledge. Let's start with the engine of this entire operation, the brain. Every business needs a strategist, a copywriter, a market researcher, and a content creator. In the old model, that was 4 different salaries. In the new AI hustle, it is one subscription, ChatGPT. But I need you to forget everything you think you know about it. Do not think of it as a chatbot. Think of it as your co founder, the one who never sleeps and has consumed nearly the entire internet. For about $20 a month for a plus subscription, you get a tool that can ideate, strategize, and execute. Let's get practical. A 1 person AI powered content marketing agency can realistically generate anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000 in annual revenue. How? By using ChatGPT as the core production engine. Imagine this workflow. You land a client who needs 4 SEO optimized blog posts per month. Instead of spending hours writing, you spend 30 minutes crafting a detailed prompt. You feed ChatGPT your client's target audience, brand voice, and specific keywords. It generates the drafts. You then spend your valuable human time on editing, adding personal stories, and ensuring factual accuracy. You are not a writer anymore. You are an AI assisted editor and strategist, delivering high quality content in a fraction of the time. This is not just about blog posts. Use it to write email marketing campaigns, social media content, and even video scripts. One creator I analyzed built an entire business ghostwriting for CEOs on LinkedIn. They used ChatGPT to turn a single 30-minute interview into a month's worth of content, charging premium rates for a service that is largely automated. The economics are simple. Your primary cost is the ChatGPT subscription, keeping your profit margins incredibly high, often between 30 and 50%. The mistake most people make is treating it like Google. They ask vague one-sentence questions and get generic, useless answers, garbage in, garbage out. The real skill, the one that separates amateurs from professionals, is prompt engineering. It is about providing deep context. You need to tell it who you are, who your audience is, and what you want it to do with painstaking detail. That specificity is the key. Your goal is not just to generate text, it is to generate strategic assets. With this tool as your brain, you have the foundation for an incredibly lean, incredibly profitable 1 person empire. If ChatGPT is the brain of your 1 person empire, then Midjourney is your in house visual asset factory. In the old model, if you needed a brand identity, product photos, and social media graphics, you were looking at hiring a design agency for $5,000 to $10,000. In the new AI hustle, you are looking at a subscription that costs as little as $30 to $60 a month. This is not about making quirky AI art. This is about building a scalable design service. The business model here is a 1 person, AI powered creative agency that offers branding and marketing visuals as a productized subscription. Imagine charging clients a flat monthly fee, say $1,500 to $4,000 a month for unlimited design requests. They get a constant stream of high quality on brand visuals, and you get predictable, recurring revenue. One solo founder I know is using this exact model to generate over $130,000 a month. Here is how the workflow operates. A client, let's say a new e commerce store, signs up. You spend an hour with them to define their brand's core aesthetic. You then use Midjourney's advanced features like style references to create a consistent visual fingerprint for their brand. This is the crucial step. You are not just typing a picture of a coffee cup. You are crafting a detailed prompt like product photography of a ceramic coffee cup, minimalist Scandinavian design, soft morning light, warm neutral color palette, shot on a Fuji X100V. Once you have locked in that style, you connect it back to your brain, ChatGPT. You ask it to generate 50 different scene descriptions and marketing angles for that coffee cup, all tailored to that specific visual style. You then feed those prompts into Midjourney, and in a single afternoon, you generate an entire library of hundreds of unique on brand images. You have just done a month's worth of work for a traditional photo studio in a few hours. Now you have seen the brain and the visual factory. A powerful combination. I'm curious, which of these first two models gets you more excited? The AI content agency or the AI design studio? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. The mistake everyone makes with Midjourney is treating it like a slot machine, pulling the lever and hoping for a cool image. That is a hobby. The profitable skill is using it as an industrial grade production tool. It is about creating a consistent visual system. Your value is not in generating one perfect image. It is in generating 1,000 good enough on-brand images that your client can use immediately. The economics are almost laughably good. For the price of the $60 Pro plan, which you need for the private stealth mode to protect client work, you have the capacity to serve 5, 10, even 15 clients simultaneously. Your primary cost is the subscription fee. Your revenue is limited only by how many clients you can onboard. This is the blueprint for an incredibly lean and wildly profitable design agency. So you have the brain and the visual asset factory, but text and images are only two-thirds of the equation. To truly dominate the content landscape, you need a voice. Welcome to tool number 3, ElevenLabs, your personal, scalable, AI-powered audio studio. Forget hiring voice actors or spending hours in a recording booth. For less than $100 a month, you can produce broadcast quality audio in any voice you want, including your own. The business model here is the AI media producer. Think about the cost of producing a professional audiobook, easily totaling thousands of dollars for a single book. With ElevenLabs, you can produce that same audiobook for a fraction of the cost. But the real high-value service is not just generating generic voiceovers, it is offering digital voice cloning. Imagine you have a client, a busy CEO or author. You can offer them a service to create a perfect digital replica of their voice. After a one-time setup, you can turn any of their written content into a personal podcast or audio message, all narrated in their own voice. This is a premium service you could easily charge a 4-figure monthly retainer for. Here is how it integrates with the stack. You take the blog post written by ChatGPT, you feed that script into ElevenLabs and use your client's cloned voice to generate the audio. Then you can pair that audio with a series of on-brand images you created in Midjourney to produce a compelling video essay for YouTube. You have just created a complete multimedia package with 3 tools and 0 employees in a matter of hours, not weeks. The amateur mistake with a tool like this is using the stock, pre-made voices. They are good, but they are generic. The professional play is in the clone. That is what clients pay for. The ability to scale their unique personal brand without spending hours behind a microphone. For a pro plan, you are looking at around $99 a month. For that, you can replace an entire audio production team and offer a futuristic service that most agencies have not even thought of yet. You now have a brain for strategy, a factory for visuals, and a studio for audio. You can create the assets of a media company, but in 2026, static images and audio files are not enough. The market demands video. This is where the one-person business usually hits a wall. A single, high-quality 30-second video ad could cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000. This is where tool number 4 comes in. RunwayML, your personal AI-powered video production studio. This tool transforms your solo operation into a scalable video agency. The business model is the AI-powered ad creative service for e-commerce and direct-to-consumer brands. These businesses need a constant stream of new video ads to test, and they will pay a premium for it. You can offer a subscription where you deliver 5 to 10 high-impact video ads per month for a retainer of $2,000 to $5,000. Let's walk through the integrated workflow because this is where the entire system comes together. A client selling a new skincare product signs up. First, you use ChatGPT to script 5 different ad concepts. Second, you use Midjourney to generate a series of stunning on-brand hero shots of the product. Third, you use ElevenLabs to produce a warm, trustworthy voiceover for each script. Now you bring all those assets into Runway. Using its image-to-video feature, you can take those static product shots from Midjourney and add subtle, elegant motion, making the product feel alive. For other scenes, you use Runway's text-to-video generator to create supplementary B-roll that would be impossible or too expensive to shoot. You then assemble these clips in Runway's editor, lay in the ElevenLabs voiceover, and in a single afternoon, you have produced a suite of professional-grade video ads. And just like that, you have a complete creative arsenal. If you are getting value from this blueprint, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We are building a community of AI hustlers here, and I want you in it. The amateur mistake with AI video is chasing the wow factor, generating flashy clips that look cool but sell nothing. The professional, profitable approach is to use it as a production tool to tell a clear, persuasive story that drives a business result. Your value is as a marketing strategist who can produce conversion focused video at a speed and cost your competitors cannot match. The economics are, once again, staggering. A Runway Pro plan will run you less than $100 a month. Landing just one client on a modest $2,000 monthly retainer gives you an ROI of over 20 times. You are replacing an entire production house with a single piece of software, allowing you to build an incredibly lean and profitable video agency from your laptop. Alright, we have assembled an incredible creative arsenal. You have a strategic brain with ChatGPT, a visual factory with Midjourney, an audio studio with ElevenLabs, and a video production house with Runway. But this is where 99% of aspiring entrepreneurs fail. They have the tools to create, but they get buried by the administrative work of running the business. They become a bottleneck. This brings us to the fifth and final tool, the one that makes the one-person empire possible. This is not the creative department, it is the central nervous system. It is the AI operations manager that works 24/7, never makes a mistake, and costs less than your lunch. This is tool number 5, Make.com. Make and other tools like it are automation platforms. In simple terms, it is the digital glue that connects every other piece of software in your stack, allowing them to talk to each other and perform tasks automatically. This tool does not create a new business model. It makes all the other business models we have discussed infinitely scalable. It is the difference between being a high-paid freelancer and being the owner of an automated business. Let's visualize the complete integrated system. Imagine a new client signs up for your $4,000 a month AI video ad service. The moment they hit submit, Make.com takes over. Instantly, it creates a new client folder in Google Drive, sets up a dedicated channel in Slack, and adds a new project board in a tool like Notion. Then it connects to ChatGPT. It takes the client's information and uses a pre-built prompt to generate a personalized welcome email and a draft creative brief. You get a single notification, review draft brief for client X. You see the shift? The amateur is manually doing all of this, drowning in email and copy-pasting between apps. The professional spends one weekend building these automated workflows in Make, and then their only job is to supervise the system. Their time is spent on high-value strategy and client relationships, not on running the assembly line. The economics are a no-brainer. A reliable virtual assistant to handle this level of admin work would cost you at least $1,000 to $2,000 a month. A professional plan on Make.com that can handle this volume will cost you around $50. It allows you to serve 10 clients with the same administrative effort it takes a freelancer to serve 2. So let's put it all together. ChatGPT is the brain, Midjourney is the visual factory, ElevenLabs is the audio studio, Runway is the video house, and Make.com is the nervous system that connects them all into a single, cohesive, automated organism. This is not a list of 5 cool AI tools. This is a business architecture. This is the lean, highly leveraged stack that is quietly building the next generation of 7-figure, one-person businesses. So that is the blueprint, the 5-tool stack that lets one person operate with the leverage of a 20-person company. This is not about replacing your job. It is about building an entirely new kind of business, one that is lean, automated, and incredibly profitable. But information without action is just entertainment. So here is your first step. Do not try to master all 5 tools at once. That is a recipe for overwhelm. Instead, pick one of the business models we discussed today that resonates with you the most, and I want you to commit to it. In the comments below, tell me which of these business models you are going to explore first. Making that public declaration is a powerful first step. It shifts you from a passive viewer to an active builder. I will be reading through them, and in a future video, I am going to do a complete deep dive on the most popular choice, breaking down the exact steps to land your first 3 clients. The barrier to entry for building a powerful, scalable business has never been lower. The tools are not just available, they are cheap and they are powerful. You now have the architecture, you have the playbook. The only remaining variable is you. So subscribe, join the community of builders, and start your hustle.